Okay, could you start by introducing yourself for everyone?
My name is Dan Miller. I'm the Regional Athletic Training Coordinator for Trainer Physical Therapy for the Ohio and Kentucky regions. Um, I have a bachelor's degree in athletic training from Xavier University in 2003, and then I followed that up with a master's degree in athletic training from Indiana State in '04. I've been practicing for a little bit over a decade now, in probably every different type of setting an athletic trainer can practice in. So currently I'm at a local high school, and like I said, I'm the regional coordinator for about 8 other athletic trainers.
Great. Okay, so what does evidence-based practice mean to you?
Evidence-based practice is something that the rest of the allied health professionals have kind of been um, dealing with and working with for a long time, and it's something that's rather new to athletic training. It, to me, it's basically trying to give credence to what we do as a profession. Do our treatments work? Why does ice work or does ice not work? Am I taping the ankle the right way to do something that needs to be done? Those types of things. And instead of me just being able to tell my student athletic trainers we do it because I was taught this way, it's actually having evidence and or research behind what you're doing.
So are you using evidence-based practice in your clinical setting?
I think to a point, a lot of what we do is still anecdotal or what has been taught from kind of generations down. Why do we use the e-stim a certain way? And I teach it the way that I was taught. But then we also kind of ask them when the questions are asked, well, why do we do this? I kind of give my answer and invite others as well as myself to do some research to see if it's actually validated.
How are you implementing it?
Specifically, I've actually started looking into more of the preventative type measures. Um, in the past year or so, looked at a couple different warm-up routines and training routines for our student athletes based on age groups for possible injury prevention, such as some of the ACL prevention programs. And instead of just doing something like sport metrics or just another acceleration program, looking for research-backed research-backed programs and protocols such as the FIFA 11 Plus, as well as a program that we use with our organization as well.
Where are you finding your information on evidence-based practice?
Some of it's got presented during some of our local continuing education units on not only just the practice, but where to find such things. I during my graduate school and during my graduate work, I had to do a thesis, so I always keep PubMed in the back of my mind. So I get online and do a quick search if there's something I need to look up. And honestly, just looking on the internet helps out a lot. And having the research background, you kind of delineate between the good stuff and the not so good stuff based on some of the articles that they send you. Yeah.
So for young professionals just entering the field, what do you think is the first step necessary for them to implement evidence-based practice?
Listen to everything that your preceptors have told you and try to see if that works. Try to see if what you were taught works on your student population or your student athlete population. As you're doing that, take it a step further and keep very accurate records on it, as to say, how can I make my practice evidence based?
Okay.
So that's something that I'm trying to do a little bit more as well. More like teaching an old dog new tricks. But as the younger groups are coming out now, they get a lot more of this in their general education. So my suggestion would be to listen to everything that your preceptors have told you and document everything that you're doing and try to repeat the same treatments for the same types of injuries and gauge what your results might be.
And for a closing question, why do you believe that evidence-based practice is important for the growth of athletic training as a profession?
Well, in general, we'd like to have something behind us when we say that our work is valid. why are we getting our athletes better? Why are we getting our patient population better, faster, stronger? It's not just because I said we're doing it. We did this fancy tape job or we did some other type of things. I actually have these outcome measures behind me. And as a profession, if we want to be kept up with the rest of the allied health, with the PTs, with the OTs, all of their research, all of their treatments, all of their billable services are based on evidence-based practice. So if we want to be a player and have billable services and kind of advance as a profession, that's kind of what we need to have done.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Go Sycamores.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.